Hello, hello. So sorry for the scuff there. My Dizi fell onto the wrong button. So you guys saw me for a second there. But I'll be sure to cut that out probably tomorrow when this stream kind of like fully, you know, does its what is it, rendering, processing, whatever it is that it does on YouTube. I think it's processing. So I don't think there was any like really like crazy information that you guys saw, but it that is what my computer looks like when I am uploading social media posts. So but yeah, I don't think there was any like crazy stuff there. So sorry for the scuff. I will be sure to cut that out. So I wanted to just get you guys kind of fully in the loop. We were waiting for someone to come over and fix our fridge. So we don't know when they're coming. We don't know even if they're even coming today. So I have to keep an eye on my phone. And if I get a notification that they are here, I will need to pop out. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that that's what's happening, and we're just going to take it kind of easy, sort of like, just whatever. Today we are going to be playing with my Dizi that I bought from Eason Music in Singapore when I was visiting last month. So I know it's finally, we're finally making this, doing this live stream. It's taken me a while to get to this point because I've needed some time to recover. So for those of you guys who are not in the know, John's skin blew up again right when we got back. So that week I was caring for him, and then the following 2 weeks after that, I needed to recover. So this happens every time John gets well. I tend to have a bit of like a mental and physical crash. And it's happened enough times that I was at the very least able to anticipate it. So, but there you go. So that's why this is so late to happen. I wanted it to happen last week or the week before, but I just could not do it. Today I'm feeling like I'm actually still feeling a little bit tired, but like I'm feeling like I want to mess around a little bit and I want to chat with you guys. So we're going to start off today. First off, I'm going to catch up with the chat and say hello to you guys, celebrate your wins, commiserate with your losses. If you guys took any L's, recently, it's okay. We're here for you. We know that life goes up and goes down. So we're here for you for the highs and the lows. But yeah, I wanted to do that first before we mess around with this. So, all right. Hello, Rogue Asa. How are you doing? Ryan, hello. Natasha, hello. You're trying not to impulse buy the Guo new voice treble flute, but I saw later on that you just placed an order, right? It was really fantastic. Wonderful. Let's see. I love that you guys have just been chatting before I came on. Apologies for it being so late. I was just getting everything sorted on this side. Let's see. Jody, you pulled out your old flute circa 1969. That's awesome. Open hold C-foot flute. Wow, silver plated. Wow. Very cool. That's a really cool combination. Yeah, you don't really see that in the West these days. You see it more in, like, at least I saw it in Singapore. You don't really see it in, at least in the States. That's really cool. Let's see. Deciding what to COA. Oh, I understand. I still need to figure out when to send my Mateki in. Let's see. Oh, Unsphere, you're watching One Piece? I've heard such great things about One Piece. Wonderful. Let's see. Saxophone flutist, hello. Yes, you're early. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Sean. How are you? Had a breakthrough in your practicing? That's awesome. Great. Hello, Victor. I did enjoy the weekend. Thank you so much. Um, I did get to go to Eason. That's actually where I bought this. Yes, 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 yes. Um, Wonderful. You didn't need much convincing, Natasha, to get the glow. There you go. Hey, Saturday, how are you? Robert, hello, good evening. Hello, Chris. Yes, Doot Mistress is dooting on a more different flute. Exactly. Yes, yes, yes. I am doing more different dooting today. Yes, yes. Um, Oh, wonderful. Oh, you guys are great. So I do apologize if I, did not see your name or something. I don't mean it as a slight. It's just there's a lot going on this side. So if you want me to say hi, just put a little waving emoji. I tend to see emojis better. So if you want to get my attention and just to say hi, you're absolutely welcome to. You can just put a little wave and I'll see you and call you out. Um, yeah, I did make it to Eason. It was wonderful. Speaking of which, I think I want to find some photos to share with you guys. Let me just grab a whole bunch of them. Because I did upload them, so I want to. Let's see. I'm gonna like grab a few photos and then show you guys. So I took a lot of photos though. I backed up my photos and I realized that I took probably uh probably over 1,000 photos, I think. Okay, I found my Eason photos. So what I'm gonna do is open them. Okay, there we go. I'm going to open them in separate photos so you guys can just see like I can just click through and show you guys a bunch. Okay, and then I think what I want to do as well is show you guys the videos of me playing it for our family. Let me just see where I can grab those. Yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna make sure they start playing. Yep, they do. And then I'm just going to pause them. There we go. Okay, I did get permission from our family to share these videos. They were shared over WhatsApp, so the quality is like a little bit smaller, but you guys will be able to see it just fine. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I think I think I'm all settled here to like show you guys things. I think that's going to be really cool. John, hey John, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Ryan, you've been counting down the hours for today's practice. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's not a practice. This is going to be me like sharing with you guys my experience at Eason in Singapore, and then we'll just be messing around. It's just going to be essentially 1.5, 2-ish hours of me messing around with a Dizi. So I think first what I want to do is like let's actually go to this to the screen at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. No wonder I accidentally hit this. But okay, so we're gonna look here. This is, oh wow. Give me a second. I just realized that this is hilariously not where I wanted to sit. There. Okay, now that's a little bit less scuffy. Okay, so this is Eason Music's website. If you guys wanted to also take a look on your own time, I did put a link in the bottom bar below, bottom, like the info box below. But there they are. There's Eason. So, and I just saw, as you can see, I just saw that. Oh, let's see what's going on here. Okay, it's my phone asking me if it was really me signing in. So I'm just going to say, yes, it was me. Okay, great, cool. Okay, so I was doing a little bit of research before going to Singapore, and I was like, oh, like, you know, I should kind of like, you know, I should see what's kind of there in terms of music. And Eason kind of like struck me as a place that like they seem very passionate about what they do, and also they just seem very knowledgeable, and also their store seemed extremely well stocked. So I was like, okay, let's put this on the map as a place of interest, a location of interest for me to go and check out. And then on one of the days that we were there, we didn't really have much to do that day, so we decided to make our way out to Eason. We actually initially went to their studio that has like what you see in the picture here. We actually originally went to this studio. They have two separate studios. One is the area where they stock all their instruments, and they have like a little repair room and stuff like that. And then in the next door building, they have their lesson studio. So we, you know, like going to their, like where they're stocking all their instruments and stuff, I was like, oh shoot, like, it just felt very much like an office. And I was like, oh dear, like I don't want to intrude. So we actually walked over to the lesson side, and then we met up with a lady who was manning the desk there. It's actually this lady here holding the pipa. I think that's the pipa, at least. Biyu, and I hope I'm saying your name correctly. But she's so sweet, and she, you know, like we just were very upfront, and we're like, hey, we're tourists, and we heard about Eason, and we'd love to check it out. And she was so kind, brought us over back to the other location, to the next door building where they had all of their flutes and stuff, erhus and guzheng and a whole bunch of stuff, and just chatting the whole way. She told us a little bit more about the business, and told us about like how they've been running for a very long time. And I believe what is going on right now is that it's sort of the younger generation is picking up the business and really making it a big thing in Singapore, especially because these are Chinese instruments. There is that aspect of like kind of retaining the heritage, our Chinese heritage, through music. And I thought that was so nice and so sweet. And then they took us into into the, you know, into their, I guess their store. So here we go. I'll show you guys what I saw. So this is the cabinet that I was telling you guys about. So she just, I did ask for permission to take this photo, but you can see that it's all Dizi. She just like opened up this cabinet. It's just all there. And actually right next to this, I didn't take a photo of this because I thought it'd be a little bit disrespectful, but they had this huge box just like filled to the brim with Dizi, with new ones. And it was just this it was a giant box, like probably like, you guys see the size of the flute center boxes that come to me? It was like, no joke, the size of like 6 of those, like combined in one box, just filled to the brim with Dizi. And It was so, so cool. And I was just like, I kind of had this moment when I saw this, and I was like, this is not Flute Center. This is Eason Music Store in Singapore. And but I had this feeling of like, I feel like I'm in a Chinese version of the Flute Center. Like, what the heck? So yeah, this is Eason Music Store in Singapore. I think I should probably write that in here somewhere. Do I have like a text thing here at all that I've put in here? No, I don't think I do. Oh, I guess I'm making one. Let me make one really quickly so that anyone dropping in will know what we're doing here. I'm just going to call this title. Okay. So, well, I guess I'll add existing. What do I have here? No, I'm just going to put here, title for game scene. There we go. We'll do that. Okay. So this is Eason Music Store in Singapore. Let me. Okay, there we go. We'll do that. Okay. Let me make that much smaller. You guys can't see it yet, but let me put it up in the top here. I think I can just do center vertically. Nope. Oh no, I lost it. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna put it up here. I think it's center horizontally. There we go. Let's do that. Okay, so now you guys will know what we're talking about here. So yeah, if you want to, well, I mean, Greg, since you're asking about it, I'm not getting a commission for this, but this is a professional grade, concert grade Dizi, and they sell much more expensive ones than this. So if you want to get 6% off, they gave a code to you guys, JAF6. You can just order through their website and get 6% off. It's pretty great. I don't get a commission off of this, just to be fair. Just so you guys know, they're really just being generous to you guys. So they really didn't have to do that. But yeah, so at this point in my travels here in Singapore, I was a little bit hesitant to ask to try flutes, because I think by this point I had visited, I want to say 2 or 3, maybe 3 stores at this point, where when I asked if I could try a flute, they told me that due to hygiene reasons, they would not like that. And also, if I did want to try it, it would have to be by appointment only. Now, usually if you try instruments by appointment only, you really should go in with the intention of purchasing. Like, you don't want to waste their time, because they have to, at least in this area, in Singapore, for like 3 of these stores, they said exactly the same thing, that like they have to get a technician in to make sure the flutes are in good working order, let you play them, and then immediately clean them, and before putting them away again. So the hygiene seems to be a lot more strict there. And so I was just like, I don't even know how you clean a Dizi. Like, it's literally bamboo. So I'm just like, I didn't even ask at first to try. And Biyu was immediately like, just out of the blue, like as we're talking about it and as we're looking at these flutes, and she's like, pulling open this thing. she's just like, you want to try one? I was like, oh, okay. Let me see. There we go. This is the picture of, these were a few of the ones that I was trying. I think this one is in there. Yeah, I think this one is the middle one. Is it? No, it's not. No, this was pulled out actually after these three that I tried. So these ones that we tried, I think were a little bit more on the expensive side. So this one, one of them was like 280 something Singaporean dollars. Sorry, my some of the slang is coming back. I wanted to say Sing dollars, but I realized that not all of you know what Sing dollar means. It literally just means Singaporean dollars. So yeah, I think some of them, one of them was like 280 something Singaporean dollars. I forget exactly how expensive the other ones were, but I think they were on the cheaper side. The one that I ended up getting was 72 Singaporean dollars. Explain to me that the more expensive Dizi are the ones that have been aged. So I believe the one that was like 280 something dollars has been aged for like 4 years. So it makes the bamboo more like dense, you know? And like, so clearly this one hasn't had that treatment. And personally, I don't really like, I was like, you know what, I'm glad that the one that works for me is the one that's cheaper. Although I don't know how much of that is like a reflection of the fact that I'm not a real Dizi player. So I like, I'm not surprised that a cheaper one I think works a little bit better for me, but I'm not really sure how all of that works. You know, my field is more in like Western flutes. So yeah, she let me take photos of these. Aren't these pretty? What brand is mine? So mine is, it's in Chinese. So let me see what mine is. Here, just so you guys can see. I think it's this one. There you go. So this one is mine, as you can see here. Hangzhou Wenyuan bamboo flute is what we're looking at here. Let me see if I can find it on their site. I'm just gonna go wind instruments Dizi. If I go to instrument, let's see if I can find it. Professional grade. This one looks like the one that I got. Let me see. Let's see if it's this one. I think it is. It looks like it. Yeah, this is in, yeah, it comes in a whole bunch of different keys, and I got the one in C. So I think it is this one. So here, I'll show you guys. It's this one. Yeah, professional grade Dizi. Apparently by Xie Bing. So I got the one in C. I believe this currency might be in USD. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, so I think it's this one though, because it matches. Does it though? I don't think it does. Wait a second. Let me see. Which one is mine? I feel like it's that one though. Because this one has the joint, right? Yeah, copper joint. Yeah, I think it's this one. I'm pretty sure it is. So, yeah, so you guys are seeing $55. I think it's the US, the US one. Pretty sure. Yeah. So they do worldwide shipping. So you guys can go and grab one if you would like. Yeah. For studio work, there you go. You need it in all the keys. Well, check it out. You can get all the keys. So like I guess for you then probably getting this grade is probably more than enough. You know, so like you probably don't have to get the like $200 one in all of the keys. This one I think will be a lot more doable. Like you could also consider getting the starter set. So that one is a combination of 4 different ones for $230, which is pretty good. So like there's a lot that you can kind of, you know, figure. Oh, this is the one. Is this the one? No, it's not the one. It's not exactly the one. But it looks very similar. So, you know, you can kind of shop around and see what you like. But like, honestly, I had a great experience with just getting, cause I only wanted one. So, she suggested that I do the one in C. So yeah. You guys, you can figure it out. How's the intonation on mine? I'm very impressed with it personally. You guys will hear it very soon. Asa, you're on the MacBook now. Excellent. Let's see. So unsphered aged wood has its fibers packed closer together. There you go. Denser. Varying theories about what it does to sound, but mainly it just makes it less likely to crack because of humidity. My experience was that it literally felt more resistant. So it kind of like felt like the difference between a heavy wall flute and a normal wall flute. It definitely had that feeling. So when I played this one that's not aged, I immediately felt like it was a little bit more free blowing and a little bit more like less resistance, you know. Yeah. Yeah. So like, you know what? Have fun shopping, guys. If you guys want one or a bunch, use JAF6 for 6% off. But yeah, so I think what I'll do here is, why don't I also just gonna make sure that I have an eye on my phone just in case. But I am now going to unleash the speakers. And I think what I'll do is play for you guys how I sounded on a different Dizi at Eason when I was messing around. So there's me. Like you can hear it's like kind of resistant to me. Fingers are too small. It was a good time. Like you can hear how like there's potential for it to sound like really, really nice if you're like very practiced at it. But clearly I am not very practiced at like the Dizi. So I found that one actually to be fairly resistant to me. But yes, no, you're not the only one. Your finger's too small for a Dizi. So I have had to kind of like get used to using kind of the middle joints to cover the holes. Apparently that's actually what you're supposed to do. And that just like, it's so counterintuitive to what I have like essentially brainwashed myself to do on the on the Western flute, because on the Western flute, there's like, you're just constantly reminded to use the meaty part of your fingers to like not your fingertips, but like a little bit behind it on the meaty parts for that part to cover the holes. But you actually can't cover the holes entirely that way unless you have really, really like girthy fingers on a Dizi. So like you're actually supposed to use like your middle joints or somewhere around there to cover the holes. So the piper's grip, yes, exactly. So if you guys wanted to look that up, yes, I have heard that that's actually what it's called. Because I think you play the Irish flute similarly, don't you? Isn't that a thing? That's I think that's what I hear. Yeah, it's so weird to not use the tips of your fingers. Exactly. That's the issue that I have. But you get used to it. Like as with everything, the more you practice it, the more you just get used to it. So, but there you go. So I wanted to share a few more photos of these, the whole shop, because they let me. So, you guys saw that one. These are the erhus. So this one, I think these are snake skin. And I think it does something to like the whatchamacallit, like the resonance and stuff like that. I'm not well versed in this whatsoever. So the funny thing with this was we actually looked up online what we could take home to the States, crossing the border. And as it turns out, there is actually a specific stipulation, at least entering the US, that says that if your musical instrument that you're bringing over has I think, was it like endangered species or like animal parts or something like that? I forget the exact wording. You can't bring it across the border, which includes erhus. So just for those of you guys who are wondering about that, if you're physically going to be at Eason, Singapore, buying like an erhu, like make sure you check the border restrictions for bringing instruments over. So we definitely did our research and made sure that we could actually bring this Dizi home, and we could. So just putting that up there. Python skin. There you go. That's what we heard. Hey, Michael, how are you? So yeah, I don't know how erhus are made, but I just thought that this looks so cool. So I had to take a photo. And then I think, let's see what this one is. Yeah, this one is more. There's like a wall of them. And then you can see behind them is like a bunch of like other string instruments. I don't know what the super round one is, but I think the like eggplant shaped one is a peapod, I think. Go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm totally down to be corrected. I'm just trying to remember what I do remember from my Chinese ensemble days in my last year of university, like my last year of my bachelor's, which was a very long time ago. And then you can see the guzheng in the back. These were all the photos that I was, kind of like that I felt comfortable taking a photo of, and because I didn't, I very much recognize that I'm a random tourist coming in. And like I didn't want to do the whole like video camera thing, vlogging and stuff like that. It just, like I hadn't called them ahead of time or anything like that, so I didn't want to put anyone on the spot. So I just felt like a few pictures would be enough to share with you guys kind of my experience there. So hope you guys are enjoying my nice wide angle lens to get as much as possible into the shot. So yeah. There you go. Unsphered knows the rules. Can't have any natural animal parts unless you fill out the proper forms and pay exorbitant fees to customs. There you go. So you can get it across the border, but just for, you know, a lot of paperwork on your part and money. Yes. The round thing, the moon guitars. The run. That makes sense because in Star Rail, Honkai Star Rail, Run Mei plays a run. I guess it makes sense that she's named after the instrument. She actually plays it in her animation, that little moon-shaped string instrument there. So, hey, connections to what I know in video games. Wow, Henry, thank you so much for informing everyone. Henry has just informed us that Eason is actually able to fill out the CITES paperwork for you to get a snakeskin Erhu to the US, as Henry himself has bought one a few years ago. Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that information with us. That's fantastic. It's just that if you are the one physically buying it and trying to take it over, you might not want to do it that way. So, hey Alden, how are you? Let's see. So you just bought the Trevor James alto flute for jazz, the black nickel one. Yay! Fantastic. That's great. Congratulations. Let's see. So Asa is saying some also require verification from the country of origin that yes, this animal was acquired legally. In short, that the animal was not poached. That makes sense. So I'm glad to hear that Eason is experienced with that. You know, man, I feel like I really found the right store to visit. This was great. They're so experienced and they really know what they're doing. They're very passionate about what they're doing. And they're just so welcoming and so sweet. I spent like 2 hours there randomly, like 2 hours in this room. And it was just wonderful. Yeah. Yes, I agree with Henry that we would recommend them shipping it to your home rather than bringing it. Yeah. I had like just kind of a thought of like, do I just get them to ship this to me? But they informed me that, especially because like I can bring a Dizi across the border, no problem. I showed this to you guys last time, but here, I'll do this here so you guys can see it better. They showed me that I can take it apart, put it in the bag in 2 separate pieces, and then transport it home in the 2 pieces, but still covered with this velvet case. So that ended up working really, really well. But there you go. Let me put this back together. There we go. Okay, I got it back together now. So, but yeah, that was pretty much my experience at Eason. I had a lovely time. Eason, if you're watching, thank you so much for just being so welcoming and sweet and allowing me to try a bunch of Dizi, even though I absolutely do not have the credentials to do so. You know, Henry, don't forge documents. Yes. So, but yeah, so I thought what would be fun. I think what it will do first is I'll show you guys the 3 videos of me playing this for my family. And after that, we're going to watch Eason's video on how to apply the dimo, so the membrane that goes on the flute. We'll see if I can do it today. I'm not sure. I know that I needed to get some water, so I brought a ramekin out, but that is the only thing that I have prepared. I'm a little bit nervous to do it, but you know what? We all love some good struggle content, you know? So here we go. I'm now going to show you guys me messing around on this flute, this one, at John's aunt and uncle's place. So here we go. Hope you guys enjoy. So I'm glad I did this one because the other two are Genshin tunes. This one, one of the family members was like, I know that one from Lord of the Rings. So that was very cool. Let's do this one. And then one last one, and I'll chat with you guys. Oops! Now you guys see us. Aren't we cute? So there we have it. So you guys are probably wondering, Joanna, how are you playing that? And you haven't put on a demo yet. Well, it's because when this was sold to me, what they do, because like the demo is so what's the word, fragile. So what they do is they actually just put a piece of Scotch tape on there for just kind of as a placeholder. So I am playing with this placeholder Scotch tape. So we are going to take this off today, and we're going to put on a demo for my first time. I've never actually done it myself before. I've always had like my professor do it for me. I've just been really bad at it. Like I remember adjusting it, but I don't remember actually pasting it on myself. So that's, gonna be fun. Um, so for those of you guys who are just dropping in right now, this was me a few weeks ago in Singapore with our family. And so I had just bought this Dizi at Eason Music in Singapore. And I wanted to play it for John's uncle and aunt before we left. So this was me giving them essentially like a little private performance. But yeah, so Unsphered asked a very good question, which is, do I think it's harder to play the embellishments on Dizi versus the modern flute? What I think it actually is I'm more used to the mechanism on a modern flute, so I know how to manipulate it a lot. Like I'm a lot more familiar with how to manipulate the modern flute to what like the Western flute to what I want it to sound like. I am not familiar enough with the Dizi that I feel that I can manipulate it the way I want. However, in terms of like the actual embellishments themselves, the embellishments that I like to do tend to be like pitch bends, very kind of like quick grace notes that, like I want that kind of popping sound. And those are actually easier to do on the Dizi, simply because on the Dizi, when you are sliding, you can do a true slide off of the tone hole. Whereas on a Western flute, you can slide off of the open hole, but then the key still has to pop up. So you still get that kind of pop of like that pitch pop, essentially, where you can actually hear it kind of like changing notes. Whereas on the Dizi, like you can actually do a true slide. So for example, like you guys hear that like true slide. You can't do that using only your fingers on a Western concert flute. And the grace notes, you'll notice, like in the recording that I just did here, you'll notice that they kind of pop a bit more naturally. So on the Dizi, because your finger is literally popping on and off of these keys, there's actually a bit of like a popping sound that happens that I can only imitate on a Western concert flute by using my air to pop the sound. So I will actually like poof the air a little bit on a Western concert flute to mimic this sound, but on a Dizi, you don't have to do anything special with how you're blowing into the flute or anything. That the little pops that you hear in like the quick grace notes and stuff, they just happen naturally. So my answer to your question is both yes and no. Or like some things I find easier on the modern flute, but actually the actual embellishments themselves that I'm doing here are easier on the Dizi. So it's like yes and yes, I guess you could say. Like it kind of depends on your training, what you're used to, and then also like like how what are you familiar with, versus like like the thing is there are specific embellishments that are just easier to do on the Dizi because the Dizi is actually built to do those embellishments, whereas the Western concert flute is not, for some of the embellishments that I like to do. So there you go. I hope you liked my answer. I always tend to give these types of answers. It has the same tone as the opening menu for Genshin. Yeah, it's that wooden flute sound, I was just like, oh, when I like started playing it, I was like, yes, this is what I've been trying to get at with my Western concert flute, but you can't quite get this sound on a metal Western concert flute, Yeah. Let's see. Like a cool slide. Exactly. Yeah, so you think so too. Exactly. You're also experimenting with embellishments on the flute because you've had to learn them for bagpipes. Definitely felt they're more fluid on a keyless instrument. Yeah, and I think it's really because On a keyless instrument, you can do true slides. You can do like that kind of like the finger pop, essentially, that you cannot do that on a keyed instrument. On a keyed instrument, you have to mimic that pop with your air. So yeah. Getting used to different sounds is part of the fun. It's why you love the Irish flute. There you go. There you go. Megan, I just want to say an actual hello, because I know that you came in the middle of this. Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing well. So yeah, I also really enjoy the slides that this flute makes, that like you can just do it with your finger and it's a true slide. Oh, it sounds good. It feels good. You're still alive. That's good to hear. So am I. That's exactly how I feel right now. Okay, so I think without further ado, let's look around their social media and stuff like that. So if you guys want to follow, I did put at least their YouTube video in the bottom bar below. You can get to their Facebook and Instagram through their website. I can also just like, show you guys here. So here you guys go. This is their Facebook page at Eason Music. I'm just going to copy and paste that straight into our info box below here. So put and then their Instagram is here, which is at Eason Music Store. So have fun with that. Okay, let me save that. If you guys refresh the page right now, you guys will see that the info box has their social media. They do have TikTok as well. I'm just not on TikTok. Actually, let's see. Let's go here because I know they have, Eason Music SG is their TikTok. So I'll put that here for you guys. TikTok is Eason Music SG. Right? Is that right? Let me check again. Eason Music SG. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so you guys can go check them out. They're really, really fantastic. Okay, let me save that. Okay, cool. So let's look around their YouTube channel. This is their YouTube channel, at Eason Music on YouTube. So they've got lots of videos, very, very, very useful things. They've got a few shorts. It's really awesome. They're you can tell that they're very, very passionate about what they do. They linked for me some very specific videos, so we can go check those out right now. This one is how to fix the dimo, this is the one that I've been wanting to do on stream with you guys. But I thought it might be fun if we like kind of watched a few of their other videos as well. They linked these ones, so you can see their staff playing, which is amazing. So let's give this a bit of a listen. What do you guys think? Oh, sorry guys, buffering. So good. So good. They sent me another one too. So I thought, oh, this one's from Kung Fu Panda. I don't know if I will recognize this one. Unspirit, you love how in your face the Dizi is. Yeah. Same. Yeah. This is it. Like the Dizi is like front and center. Hey, how are you, Carla? They're so good. Like these are the guys running this shop. Aren't they lovely? It's so good, man. It's so good. Um, so here we go. I think it is time for me to um, figure this out. So I have a rough idea of what to do, but we are going to watch the video together on how to apply a demo. and we will figure it out together. So I will be watching the video here first, and then I will probably switch on. You know, maybe what I can do is, I don't have a small one here, do I? We're gonna do a bit of scuff. We're doing a bit of scuff, okay? A wee bit of scuff. I knew that was gonna happen. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put my desk cam here, okay? Let me put it like further in the corner. There, we'll layer it like that, so it looks like, you know, that I meant to do it this way, okay? So we'll put my desk cam there, and then if I try things out, you guys can kind of see me doing it. But I think when I actually try, like truly try to do this, I am going to try and make that the main camera. But okay, we're going to watch and learn together. Here we go. Sorry guys, it's buffering. I prepared this ahead of time, so like I think give me a sec. It's my internet. Give me a sec. Let me refresh it. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right.
Hi, my name is Sangwa and welcome to another episode of ENTV. And today we're going to teach you the proper way of pasting the demo on your Dizi. A well-pasted demo can bring out the best tone out of your Dizi. Today we've invited Kok-Wee.
Hi everyone.
To show us how to paste the demo on your Dizi. Kok-Wee is one of our instructors and he's also very active in the Purple Symphony. And the Purple Symphony is an orchestra with talented musicians with and without special needs. So Kok-Wee, can you tell us what...
Okay, I'm just going to pause and let you guys know that what I'm doing right now is I am going to very slowly remove the Scotch tape that's on here. So if you see me like blowing on it and stuff like that, that's what I'm doing while I'm watching this, okay?
Why is there a need to properly paste the demo? Can I just anyhow paste the demo on the Dizi?
For the membrane, you can't anyhow paste because when you are placing too loose, you can't play a sound. When you are placing too tight, the sound will be mono and dull.
Okay.
Yeah, the tone color will come up.
Okay, so you need it to be the correct,
the correct
tightness.
Yes.
Yeah, so that you can bring out the good sound of the Dizi.
And to adjust the wrinkle then to produce the vibration, and the sound will be nice.
Okay, adjust the wrinkles on the demo. For those of you who do not know how the wrinkles on the demo look like, stay tuned. But for now, Kok-Wee will show you the proper way of pasting the demo on your Dizi.
Firstly, this membrane, you have to have this membrane. The membrane was extracted from the reed and a cutter and some water and earth gel. This earth gel is a herb extract gel. You have to cut the membrane, the size of the hole, so slightly bigger a bit. Enough to cover the hole. Then you cut it open. Just a wrinkle. And after that, you put aside and put some water around the hole.
Oh, okay. Let's put the water around the hole.
And apply some earth gel.
So they gave me a little bit of that. That's the glue.
First slightly, use a little bit of water around to make it more nice. The paste.
So water, glue, and then water to
And use your
spread it.
pinky to remove the inner hole, the excess gel there.
Okay.
And place your membrane. Remember that the membrane grain have to have the same as this bamboo grain.
Okay. That's a good way of remembering. I think it's putting a little bit more water to make it a little bit more malleable.
Adjust the wrinkle properly. And it's done.
How many of you guys know this?
Okay, I hope that was useful for you.
Yes.
If you have any questions, do leave a comment below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, they're adorable. Okay. All right. Did you guys get all that? Did you guys get all that? You know, Jody, I also am wondering what is the name of the instrument that's played like a hammered dulcimer. I also have no idea what it's called. I'm like, what? Yeah. Oh, wonderful. So Kitty Cat, that's awesome. Your local botanical gardens Chinese festival, you went there and there was a guest artist who talked about all about the Chinese woodwinds, and he worked on the Avatar show, the Avatar show soundtrack. Oh, so good. That's so cool. Welcome back, Natasha. Did I break the membrane? No, I just removed the Scotch tape. I removed the Scotch tape. So there's a Scotch tape placeholder that they put on here when they sell it to you. And then you are supposed to be the one putting on your own demo, because the demo is like, you have to replace it, you know, every now and then. So is it the Yanqing? Okay. Yanqing. I don't know if it's the same exact words, but it is the name of another character in Honkai Star Rail. Okay, yes, exactly. So water, I love it. That's a great way. I loved how you've condensed it, Unspared. Water, glue, water, demo, water, adjust, play, adjust. Okay, we got it. Megan, you're asking, do I like the Dizi more just of having fun with a new direction? Just having fun. I'm just having fun. This is my, like, I'm being an amateur, fun time, flute time. Okay, we got it. So what we're going to do is I'm just gonna turn off the speakers there just in case, and then we are going to let's head on over to maybe this screen, and we're gonna put this on and we're gonna make this bigger. so that you guys can see a little bit better what I'm doing. Is that big enough? That should be big enough, right? And you guys, okay, I'm going to make sure that my head is just here. You know what? Maybe what I'll do, just so I have a little bit more space, I'm going to pop on my lapel microphone. So I'm not like trying to work around this, this microphone here. Okay, give me a sec to do that. I was going to do that, and then I was like, nah, I'm going to be like talking to you guys for so long. I didn't want to do it on my lapel mics for all of the stream. But hey, we are now at the part where we're getting down and dirty. So we are going to pop on the lapel microphone. Okay. You would think that I would know exactly how to do this by now, but okay, there we go. And then I need to attach the microphone to the transmitter. There we go. Technically speaking, I could just clip this thing onto myself, but I find that it looks a little less distracting to have this here, but okay. Oh, actually, we're going to stick it here. The last time I wore this shirt and I had to wear a lapel microphone, I stuck it here with fantastic results. So we are doing that. I'm just going to clip this to the back of my pants. Okay, we're good there. And then because this microphone is so low, I'm going to bring up the gain on it just a hair. Let me see. There. Okay. So you guys can let me know if that's too loud when I switch to it. All right, we've switched to it now. Yeah, because it's lower down here, so I have to bring up the gain a little bit. Okay. Sound test checking 1, 2, 3. What do you guys think? Sounding okay? Volume is good? Okay, excellent. Thank you so much for being my sound people. Audio good? Okay, wonderful. Good, good, good. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello, hello. La 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 la. Okay, very good. So I think what we'll do now is I do need to get a pair. It's either a pair of scissors, because I do have. They gave me some dimo here along with the purchase of this flute. I'm always so nervous with, very delicate things like this, because as I have mentioned in previous streams, I am so heavy-handed with everything. Like, I will push at things too hard. I won't realize my strength. I will run into the same I'll run into the same corner over and over at full, like whatchamacallit, like full speed, because that is the type of person I am. Okay, so I can see that the grains are running vertically, lengthwise on here. So I'm supposed to cut a piece off, then cut it open. Give me a sec, guys. They were using a Swiss Army knife, so I'm going to use a Swiss Army knife. You're probably like, wow, Joanna, why do you have a Swiss Army knife in your office? Well, it was a gift, and I didn't know where to put it. And I also don't know where the scissor part of this is. Oh, I found it. Perfect. Okay, so I found the scissor part of my Swiss Army knife. So let's do this. You also don't know your own strength? Exactly. So you found scissors would fold it, not always cut it. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, let's hope that this is sharp enough. Okay, so I'm gonna cut a bit off the end. How much do I want? I want like that much? Something like that? Okay. Okay, so like essentially not quite the length of my top joint of my finger. Okay. It's sharp enough. Okay, so we'll do that. I need to put things away because I'm me and I need to put things away. Okay. All right, because we don't want that to fly away. Okay. So there we go. We'll put that on the side. Okay. Ooh. A little bit nervous here. So this now needs to be cut open. Okay, I did it. You know, I'm really actually glad I got the Swiss Army knife to do this. Okay, so that is going to fit on like so. Let me do that so you guys can somewhat see what I'm doing. Okay, it's going to be like that, but now we need to do, what was it again? Let's go back and review our little mantra, which was, I lost it. Where was the mantra? Water, glue, water, demo, water, adjust, play, adjust. Okay, so we did none of those yet. Let's, oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to pour out a little bit of water into this ramekin. So here we go. There we go. That's probably way more than enough water. Okay. So we'll do that. So we need water around the hole, right? Okay. Let's take everything out. Okay. I feel so nervous doing this, guys. Okay. Water. Here we go. Water. Am I doing it on the right hole? Yes. Okay. So water. I just don't know how wet to do it. Okay, water. Water has been put on it. Then we do glue. Okay, I think it is applying. Okay, I'm starting to understand why his piece of glue was basically shaped to the shape of his flute. Oh no! Ah! Okay. Put it on the velvet. There we go. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. I think I can see the glue. Right? Yeah, because like this thing is glistening now. Yeah. I can feel that the glue is being applied. Okay. Let's just call that good. And then we need to do water again, right? To spread it around. Oh, yep. Yep. I can feel the glue. Oh, this is how you like evenly apply it. Okay. Okay. Okay, done. Then we take our pinky and we stick it in this hole and we get the excess out. Hi, love. I'm applying the demo. How are you? No, I didn't get anything. Yeah, it would not, they didn't do anything. Yeah, I'm gonna check. Yeah, nothing. I'm sorry. Yeah. I just applied the glue and now we're like getting the excess out of this. And now I'm gonna put on the demo. I'm slightly scared. Oh, no one can see what I'm doing. That's nice. Okay, well, I'm gonna do it in this corner then. There we go. Okay. Okay. I think I'm doing it. Fairly tight. Okay, so water again to adjust. Okay. And then you have to play it and adjust it. Thank you, love. I'll need it. Okay. I'm not sure if that's too tight, but that's what it looks like right now. What do you guys think? I'm just kind of dabbing off the excess. Oh yeah, it's definitely a little bit. I think I need to wait for the glue to dry a little bit. Okay. Okay, yep, yep. Okay, yes, letting it dry. Ah, yes, very good time for a water break. Okay, I think, wow, I just spilled water on myself. Okay, I think I should put away with the scissor part of my Swiss Army knife. Okay. I feel like it's still a little damp. Yeah, I might have been a little bit gung-ho about the water. So I'm just trying to pick up a bit of the extra. Oh, it's holding its shape. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's starting to hold its shape. We're just going to let it dry a little bit more. See you later, Michael. Enjoy. So the adjustment while you're playing is more or less to stretch it in case it's too tight. That makes sense. That makes sense. Like you essentially put your finger on top of it to loosen it up a little, right? Okay. I think I can play it now. That's what it looks like. There you go. Okay. Let's make our little second camera not quite so large. There we go. Okay. It's like fingernail polish. Once it's on, you just want to touch it for some reason. Could not have put it better. No, I'm still touching it. Okay. Let it dry. Okay. What do you guys think? Should I try playing it now? Should I try playing it? Regardless, I'm going to stand. What do you guys think? Yes? Yes, start playing? I'm going to wait for your... Okay, yes. All right. Yep, it's on there. Okay. Another 30 seconds. Okay, I trust Unsphered. So we're going to give it another 30 seconds to a minute. I'm just going to keep an eye on my time here. Okay, and then we're going to play, and then we're going to see how it sounds. Capano, hello, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Yes, indeed, the moment of truth. Oh, man. I did for a second wonder to myself if I would be able to figure out all of the chromaticism that is in something like the Eber on a Dizi, because that would be hilarious to do. Like, that would be absolutely freaking hilarious. Okay, we only have about 15 more seconds to wait, and then I'm going to play. Piper Maid, hello and welcome. Welcome back. Painted Heart is a beautiful song for the Dizi. Okay, I will keep that in mind. Unsphered, yours kind of blew apart the first time because it was still too wet. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm afraid of. Okay, we have waited an extra minute, so... Okay, moment of truth. I'm rockstroke gripping this because I can. Okay. The interesting thing here is that with it on, it takes less air. So like the airstream can be much lighter and smaller. So you can actually conserve a lot of air. Is really interesting. And that high note, sorry, wrong one. That high note, it resonates forward. It's super interesting. I had this discussion with one of you guys that some of the like resonances like kind of changes like where, and I realized now it might be actually because of the demo. Okay, if you guys want a very quick review from me, because I'm a nerd and I can't get around it, because I just can't stop thinking about it. The addition of the demo, like weirdly enough, putting the scotch tape on it caused the Dizi to kind of like have the same type of resonance, um resonance pattern as Western concert flutes do. So in Western concert flutes, in general, your low notes will spin low and forward, and your high notes will spin higher and further back in the mouth. With the addition of the demo, what happens is that everything kind of like your low and middle register kind of like resonates like, at least on this flute. I don't know about denser bamboo, but my not aged bamboo flute, it resonates like this far back. It's like it's really, really far forward. So it's like, and it's like around where the teeth are, maybe a little bit behind. But it's around where the teeth are. And those high notes, you resonate them down and forward. So it's like backwards, which is something that I discussed, actually. Oh, thank you for the raucous applause. I appreciate it. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, scotch tape probably not flexible enough to do what it needs to do. Exactly. Whereas this one is flexible and it's actually like, you know, it's it's I think that give causes a very different like reaction in the mouth. Like once you get it, and you can just like go. Like as you can hear, like in the beginning when I first did, I was like, whoa. And then and the high note didn't really want to come out. But then once I figured out that like the high note wants to be low and forward, it was like immediately like just figured it out. So like it's interesting because the demo is essentially like it's not so, it's kind of like it's backwards, but it's more so that because the range of motion for most flutes I would say is like this, and then going up and back like this. I would say most flutes are around here. The Dizi that I'm playing right now is like here. It's all up in the front and it's backwards motions. It's backwards like range of motion. So the higher you go, the lower and more forward you go. Well, I'm going to try it just to test it again, but that's what I'm feeling right now. I don't know what the high the high whatchamacallit, what the high fingerings are. All right. I think we absolutely need to do some drawing. We're gonna do some drawing. Okay. I'm going to close that. We're gonna open up our delightful paint. Okay. Because I don't think I can just talk about it. I need to show you guys what I mean. So I'm gonna do sort of like a generic, like this is how most Western concert flutes play, and then I'm going to do one where this is how my Dizi plays. So here we go. So Western concert flute. So if you're kind of looking at welcome to my terrible drawings. If you have not been here for these, welcome. I realize I can probably draw them way bigger. So absolutely nothing wrong with that tooth. Nothing wrong with that one either. Okay? So that's your mouth. Wow, this is maybe the tooth should not be quite that curved. There we go. Okay, so we'll do no. There. Okay. Okay, we'll call that good. Okay. I'm just going to copy and paste this so that we can have it for our lovely. Oops. We can have it for our Dizi. let's move this one here. Okay, cool. And we'll move this guy here. Okay, Western concert flute. And then this one is Joe's. Dizi. Because I'm not sure if like other Dizi, I think other Dizi probably play a little bit differently too. Like if it's anything like Western concert flutes, I think there's going to be a difference depending on like the maker, etc. But in general, okay. So in general, your low notes on the Western concert flute they're going to tend to be like somewhere ish around here, okay? A little bit forward, a little bit further back, or a little bit lower. It kind of depends. I think most flutes are, let's just go in the middle somewhere. So like around here is where a lot of Western concert flutes low notes sit, all right? The middle register notes tend to be around here. And the high register notes tend to be somewhere here, okay, give or take. Now, like I'll put here, you can either go further forward or you can go further back. But I would say that this is kind of your average of what you're working with. So like, so this is low. This is middle register notes, so mid, and then you have high notes. All right. Now on what I'm discovering here, and also this actually corroborates a discussion that I had with one of my students. Here, I'll switch to this. So what I'm feeling is actually my low notes are here. My middle register is somewhere around here. Well, like around here, I would say mid. And then my high notes, I'm not joking, are like here. Okay, so it's more like, so like the range of motion for this, for my flute is more like this, whereas on the Dizi, it's this way. Isn't that weird? Yeah, the audio was too low because I didn't realize I was still on my lapel microphone, but I have fixed that now. So I think it's a little better now. Today we're going to learn true facts about where to put your tongue. Well, I haven't really told you where to put your tongue, but usually what I tell people is wherever the note wants to spin in the mouth, you should match your tongue to that spot because that will be the cleanest spot. So my guess is that if you take Dizi lessons, you're probably going to be told to tongue probably against your teeth. I'm going to guess because like look at where it is, right? So it's going to be probably where your teeth are. Can I play harmonics on the Dizi? Can you play harmonics on the Dizi? I mean, I'm very happy to do so. I'm just wanting to see if anyone else has some interesting thoughts. Is that like recorder tonguing? I have no idea, Natasha. I am so sorry because I have not at all looked into recorder tonguing. I think that's a question for Team Recorder here on, she probably made a video about it here on YouTube. Yeah, against the teeth. Yeah, that's what they tell you? I was right. So you can see why they tell you to tongue against the teeth, because that's exactly where you are probably going to be resonating most of your notes, right? And your high notes are like so far out that I'm going to guess that they're going to sound actually pretty good if you tongue against your lower teeth, actually, for your high notes. That's what I'm guessing. But anyway, I do want to entertain Shin's idea, which is to try harmonics on the Dizi. I do want to try that. So let's try it right now. Why don't I just leave this picture up for you guys while I try this out? Just because I think it might be interesting, you know, for anyone dropping in. Okay. Do you guys hear that buzz coming through? That buzz came through because I actually moved it to exactly where I just located here. So for my low note, lowest note essentially, I'm resonating it there, against like where the teeth meets the gum. Yeah, so when I switch to the next harmonic, it's coming down my teeth. Yep, exactly as I've written here. I think like Shin, I think I can only do 4 too. Yeah, I think I can only do 4. I see what you mean by like you almost pop out a fifth. I can almost hear it too, but I'm also slightly concerned that I might pop the demo. Is that a thing? Can you accidentally pop the demo with your air? Is that a thing? I don't even know. But anyway, though, okay, that's harmonics on that. I should try a bit of tonguing. That is so weird to me. I'm doing it essentially the opposite of what I do on the flute. So going up, so ascending, I am tonguing down my teeth, like the back of my front teeth. I'm tonguing down them. And then descending, I am tonguing up my teeth. Okay, so this is making me think if I flutter, the low notes are probably going to flutter really well because my flutter is further back in my I don't roll my R's. I flutter the flat part of my tongue against the top of my against the roof of my mouth. Yeah, it's like the middle of my tongue. I know. Delightful. Yeah, so it's interesting because on the Western flute, most people will find that fluttering your middle register notes and sometimes even your high register notes, like if you are like me and you flutter in the middle of your mouth, you'll often find that your middle register and your high register fluttering is actually easier than low register fluttering. But because the Dizi play like responds so opposite, I am finding that fluttering on the lowest notes is easier than the higher ones. That's really interesting because it's like you have, for the high ones, you have to resonate like low and forward while fluttering here. Like for me is in the middle of the mouth. So that's a bit like, whoa. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Most people will find that fluttering in the middle register is the easiest because, you know, like most people will either do like a rolled R, or if you're like me, you'll do it in the middle of the mouth, which as you can see kind of matches more so where your middle register notes kind of sit. You know, your middle register notes are pretty much right there or like right in front of it. Yeah. So, um, interesting. What else do we do? We do tone color, don't we? I can do a little bit dynamics in tone color and see what happens. Okay, we tested a little bit more. Oh, okay. So you know what else is backwards? You know what else is opposite? Basically, Dizi is opposite. Okay. So if you want a rich tone, you make the inside of your mouth and the like airstream that comes out, like I'm imagining that my airstream is like tall and narrow, which is usually what you do on a Western concert flute to get a hollow sound out, like a very hollow, thinner sound out. And then if you don't want as much of that sound, you go wider and flatter. It's complete opposite. It's the complete and utter opposite of how it works on Western concert flute. So I'll draw that for you guys. So your airstream, so we'll say that this is tone color. And I am going to use the British spelling. So for your tone color, your airstream shape, like that column of air coming out of you, the airstream shape for a rich tone is going to be flatter and wider. So sometimes it's like this. That's not a good one. It's like sometimes it will feel like it's flatter on the bottom. Yeah, we'll do that. So it's like, so flatter, okay, and flatter and wider is what you're looking at. The hollow or thin, the airstream shape is more like this. So it's taller this way, but it is narrower. Okay. Now for tone color on the Dizi, it is the exact opposite. At least that is what I am experiencing right now. So let's, oops. We are going to, actually, let's, oops. We're gonna move this here, but we're just gonna, we're gonna, don't worry, we will swap some things, okay? So we are going to swap. Do I have freeform? I do. So we're gonna swap this. So that one is there. And then, oops. Let's do freeform. So this guy is here. Oy, 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 oy. Okay, and then, yeah, so it's, and it's weird because I would say, you know, actually it's not really hollow, but I would say that it is thin. So let me just get rid of that. So thin is that way. It's the complete opposite. It's so interesting. Yeah. I don't know how much the cork being wax contributes to this. Personally, I think it's the demo, because when I played this flute with the scotch tape just pasted over it, when I played that for our family, when I played it for you guys, you know, a couple weeks back, it felt pretty much exactly how it feels on a Western flute. But as soon as we put the demo on today and then I adjusted it, it was like I could suddenly feel like, whoa, everything has changed. Every like how I like manipulate everything in the mouth is completely changed. It's so I think it's the demo personally. Just from my experience of working with this. So the unsphered, you I feel like you're kind of like essentially stuck into one sound unless you trick the demo into turning off. Yeah. I do agree. And I'm not mad about it. I kind of like it. uh yeah, that was crazy. So what else have do I usually do? Because we did harmonics, we did essentially dynamics. Dynamics. So dynamics I think works the same. If it's small, it's soft. If it's big, it's loud. That part does not change, I believe. Also, I realized that I put this way off the screen for you guys. Let me move this closer. We'll do this. We'll do that. Okay. There. Okay. I don't really know the fingerings for like the because this is a diatonic instrument. So if you're going to do chromatic notes, which you can, you have to do all sorts of really weird, funky fingerings. So, uh, I'll see what I can find. What can I find? Yeah, people are definitely doing it. It's just I don't know the fingering. So let's see. 12 tone fingering chart. Perfect. Okay. So, yeah, you have to do half holes. It is kind of interesting and strange. So, I mean, we could try that. By the way, I have to go soon, just so you guys know. Okay? But I do kind of want to mess around a little bit more. So, left, right. Okay, interesting. Okay, so those are, you can do either. Oh gosh. Okay, same note. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, okay. Cool. I think I can't get that one. Okay. I can't get the top note that is on this page here. It's if you literally just look up like chromatic fingering Dizi, you will find this 12 tone fingering chart for the 6-hole Dizi. So this would take definitely some memorizing. So, all right. Oh, am I looking at the same chart as you in Sphere? This is great. But okay. I am going to let me just play for you guys a little bit more, just so you guys aren't, watching this and ending this on like me screeching out the highest chromatic notes possible on this. So I'm going to I think play around a little bit more with the I think there's one thing that I do want to figure out some of the fingerings for. So I want to figure out the middle part of the Ayaka's theme from Genshin. So let me see if I can figure it out. Let's with this fingering chart. Yeah, that's a great way of ending this off. Okay. I need to look up some music. I can't remember. I can kind of hear it in my head and not really at the same time. So give me a sec. Because I think I can figure it out based on this. So so if I were to do that, okay, let's try that. I can't decide which one I would rather do. I think I would rather just slide off of like halfway off my ring finger key, my ring finger that is. All right, time to memorize that. I definitely need to work on the that G sharp, because what I'm doing is I am venting a bit of this hole. With practice, I can do it. Oh, I love it. Okay, we're gonna clean up because I need to go. Can't keep the hubs waiting. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so now the interesting thing about cleaning up this instrument is that you don't wipe it. I was specifically instructed not to wipe it, and instead you just lay it out. Although I think just for the copper joint, I think just like just for the copper part, because it is a little bit like, I have managed to make it a little bit slobbery. So yeah, I'm only doing this in the copper part. Yeah, okay. The rest of it, I'm going to leave it to dry on its own, because apparently that's what you do. That's actually how you care for the instrument so it doesn't like crack and stuff. It feels so wrong. It feels so wrong to not swab it out. But we're going to do this. Apparently, a good way of doing this is to stand it up. So I'm just going to stand it up over here. You guys can't see it, but I'm standing it up over there. And I'm just going to clean everything else up. I just want to make sure that the rest of my demo doesn't go flying. So I'm holding that up, and then I think my piece of glue is dry again. Yep, it's all dry. So I'm going to put it in the bag. I guess when I run out of these, I'm just going to order more. Apparently, I think that is just the life of a Dizi player. So yeah, that was a success. I don't think that my demo is like the best that there ever could be. Like, I think that I could have a bit more creases up at the top here, but I think I will leave it for next time for me to play with it. I just need to, I think, wet it a little bit and then play with the creases at the top of the hole. I think the rest of it looks pretty good, but just not the top. So yeah. I'm so glad you had fun, Ryan. Fantastic. And seriously, thank you all for adhering to my chat rules and stuff like that. I think it makes it a much more fun place here in the chat. I appreciate it. I know that not every streamer really like enforces their rules, but I want to enforce the rules more so to keep you guys safe. So thank you so much for adhering to them and making this a really fun place for everyone to join in. So yeah, I'm done. I literally just took it apart and put it over there, and I'm just gonna let it dry. It feels so weird. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining. Please take care of yourselves to the best of your ability. Have fun. Just living life, playing the flute, playing other instruments. I know that a bunch of you guys are watching this who don't even play the flute, and I'm so flattered that you're here. But yeah, take care of yourselves, because there's no music without the musician. So I see your little yippee, and I don't know if you guys follow any of the voice actors for like Genshin or Honkai Star Rail, but immediately my brain went to the voice actor for Topaz. I think her Twitch subscribe alert is yippee. My brain just went straight to that. But anyway, I love y'all so very much. I will see you guys, I think on Thursday. Yeah, I'm not seeing you guys tomorrow. I'm seeing you guys on Thursday for my internet birthday. So for my, the reason why it's called my internet birthday is because I refuse to post what my real birthday is online. I refuse to do it. Same thing as in my chat rules. I just don't think that's very safe. However, famousbirthdays.com, for some reason, thinks I'm famous enough to be in their database, and they have been asking me for years now to confirm my birthday. And in the meantime, they have placed a placeholder for my birthday, which is May 30th. All right. So like if you go to famous birthdays and you search up Joanna last name TSE, I am apparently born on May 30th, 1993. And I will apparently turn 31. So on Thursday. So you know what? They asked me a few times and I was just kind of like, you know what? I like that placeholder. I love that placeholder. Like, cause it makes it so that we can have an excuse to celebrate my birthday, even though it's not actually my birthday. So we are celebrating my internet birthday on Thursday with probably a sight reading bash. I really miss doing that. So I am gonna probably gonna be a little bit wild, but I am gonna open it up to the floor to you guys to suggest things for me to sight read, and we're just gonna hang out for 2 hours and have fun. All right. 1993, lies and slander. No, I don't think I'm the most famous flutist on YouTube. Absolutely not. No. There's no, I'm not. But yeah, so, you know, I'll see you guys for my internet birthday, on Thursday. But until then, you guys take care, have fun, and do what you need to take care of yourselves. Again, because there's no music without the musician. I will see you guys on Thursday. Laters, everyone. Bye-bye.